Welcome back to the Crochet Creator. So it's my friends at yarnspirations.com. Today we have a spiral afghan, and I questioned to myself, can this spiral concept be done in texture format? So my one boss used to say, the short answer, Michael, is yes, it can. So the short answer is yes, it can. So today I'm going to show you how to get started on this thing, and the stitch counts matter. So this one, whenever you have one color, it's always going to be the same stitch. The next color is always going to be a different stitch, and then the final color is going to be another stitch. This white here, this vintage white that you see with the burnout blanket, you use less of it the most, but you still need 2 balls of each color for this particular blanket. If you want more information on the colors and etc., you can see the video description to get a link for that information. So the key element is how to get around the first time and to make sure you stay in balance. And I was so addicted to this. I did this in 3 days, 3 evenings, and I was like completely over the moon. Without further ado, we're gonna get started. If you want this version, it's a 10mm size end crochet hook with burnout blanket yarn, and I'm gonna just be using spare yarn on camera today. Let's begin. I'm just gonna be using Peyton's Alpaca Blend today on camera with the 5.5mm size eye crochet hook. Start off with a slip knot, and I need you to chain a total count of 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Once you have 16, when we go to start our first round, we're going to go across the chain, around the corner, and then back on the underside of the chain and come around, and we'll begin that in a moment. To begin, whenever we use this color, it's just going to be a straight double crochet, and you were going to go 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, and go 4th chain from the hook. And I always like to grab the back hump of the chain. If you don't want to do that, then don't. And all I'm just going to do is double crochet myself across until I get to the very last chain. And so just put me on pause and keep double crocheting until you get to the last one, and I will be there in just a moment. I'm coming close to the last chain, and the last chain is what I want to do different. So it's right here. So when I start this chain, I'm going to apply 2 double crochets into the same chain. So 1 and 2, and I want to turn a corner. So whenever I turn a corner, it's always going to be a chain 2. And then in the same chain, I need you to put in 3 double crochets this time. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And then we need to turn a corner again. So we're going to chain 2, and in the same chain once again, only 2 double crochet. There's a method to the madness, so just stick with it. And you are going to then proceed along the first chain here, or the first chain here on the underside, and you are just going to put in 1 double crochet into each. If you go right up over top of the starting chain, straggler and get it stuck underneath, it's something for you less to deal with later, so you won't have to deal with that so much. So just continue until you get close to over here, and I'll be there in just a moment, and I'll be right back. So I'm coming across, and what I want to do is that I want to look for the final chain work right here. And it's not the top of this one, right here. And I'm going to continue till I get to that moment. So just don't go into a space, go right into the chain work. This is part of that beginning. And you were going to put in 1 double crochet only, and you have to trust this, and chain 2. And then into the same one right here, you're going to put 3 double crochet. And we can't go any further because we have to add more color now and more strands. So we're going to pull a large loop, let it hold, and then grab your next color, and we're going to begin that next. So make sure your balls are not tangled. So if you find they're tangled, untangling them, because you may create words that you regret later. In my case, never, but in your case, it could be. So I'm going to start again right here, and we'll begin another color. Let's begin with a new color, and I am going to put this onto the hook, and I want to come up to the top of this first chain work right here. So not in the first double crochet, it's right in the chain work, and you are just going to attach in. And just attach with a slip stitch and chain 2. that's considered a double crochet, so just go with it. The next one right here is going to be a bean stitch. And this whole color, whenever you use this pink, is always going to be a bean stitch. So how you do it is that you go into the stitch, so just go right in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, and one more time. So yarn over and in, pull through. Okay, so now you see all of this on the hook. I want you to pull through everything but the final loop. And then yarn over, pull through 2, and that finishes your bean stitch. And then you're going to chain 1 and skip 1 stitch down here and go to the next and do a bean stitch. So just going on in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and in, pull through, and then to finish it, yarn over, pull through everything but the final loop, and then yarn over, pull through the 2. Okay, and then you chain 1 to move on. So I'll show you one more time. So skip the next one and just going on in. Pulling it through everything but the final, pull through the final 2 and chain 1 to move on. I want you to continue until you get close to the corner, and I will be right back in a moment. If your stitch counts are right when you're doing the bean stitch, the last bean will be in the second one before the corner. So this one before the corner should be empty. You were still going to chain 1 after that last bean, and in the corners, even on the bean stitch, is going to be the same thing with what is going to be in the future. It's always going to be 2 double crochet into the space, followed by chain 2 and then 2 double crochet. So whenever you turn a corner on this blanket, no matter what color it is and stitch you're using, that'll always be the same. You will chain 1 to start, and you will skip the first one, and you're going to bean stitch in the next one. So the way that I design the counts is that the bean stitch will always be equal from each other. Once that bean's done, chain 1, and then you happen to be hitting another corner. So it's going to be 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. So you chain 1 after it. So you skip the first one out, bean stitch in the next, and you're going to do this all the way across until you get close to the next corner, which I'll meet you there in just a moment. So put me on pause now. As you're coming up to the next corner, after the bean stitch, chain 1, you should have 1 just before the corner, and then your corners are always the same of 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Now, because this is the second color and we've not gone all the way around yet, you can't go any further from this. So you'll have to stop here, pull a large loop, and get your third and final color ready. Make sure the balls are not tangled, and you can see that you have a different color and a different stitch. Let's begin our final color. So coming back, so I never turn around to the back of this project. I always stay on the front side, and I'm going to attach in to the top of the beginning right here. So not the bean stitch, but right here. And I am going to join this color with a slip stitch, chain 2, which counts as a double crochet. And I want you to double crochet in the top of this bean stitch right here. This round is so quick because you can clearly see the stitches. So you're going to chain 1, and you're going to skip until you get to the next bean stitch right here. So just skip these chain 1 spaces, go right into the tops of the beans itself. So double crochet. So chain 1, top of the bean. So this particular color, we'll use the less of it because you're not doing anything really much to it, and it's just more of a spacer. And these rounds of this particular stitch will go so quickly for you that you'll get addicted on how fast it will go. Well, at least I did. So you continue all the way until you get close to the corner. So chain 1. So when you get close to the corner, you are going to skip the next space and go right into this first double crochet right here. And double crochet in, chain 1, and then jump right into the corner. So there should be a double crochet sitting there empty, and you jump right into the corner with what you already know. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and then you start a fresh side again. So chain 1 after it. So you jump, so you come to the second one. So you're skipping the first, coming to the second, double crochet in, chain 1, and then just jump to the top of the bean that's next. Chain 1, in this case the corner is next, so you're gonna jump over the chain 1 space and go right into the first double crochet. It's the second one before the corner, chain 1, and then do another corner. Okay, so chain 1, skip the first one out from a corner, go to the second, chain 1, you're skipping the chain 1 down here, just jump right to the bean and just double crochet in the beans only. So chain 1 and keep focusing on the beans. I need you to go all the way to the final corner right here, which I'll meet you there in just a moment. So I'm coming close to the final corner and I can't go any further beyond this corner, so I'm just gonna finish the corner. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and now all colors are now in play. So keep your balls from tangling and just pull up a large loop, and we're gonna grab our very first color that we started with down here, grab the loop, put it onto your hook, and make sure the ball is not twisted coming to your hook, and we're gonna start with this color. This is the most critical of the rounds. So I now have this color in my hand, and this counting to get to this corner is the most critical of them all. So it took me several tries to figure it out. So let's just go through it slowly. You have your 3 double crochet that was already there, and you're gonna go and do your first one in the connection spot. So it's the first one will be your double crochet there. Your next one will be into the chain work right into this next color. So don't go into a space itself, just stay within the chain work, it'll look better. The next one is at the connection spot right here. The next one is just right above the connection right here. Okay. And then the next one will be the first corner. So in this chain right here, so not the top of this one, but right here, is going to be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, all in the same stitch. And before you move on, I want you to double count your stitch work to make sure that it works. So you have one, I'm just counting off camera, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after the 3 double crochet are here, you should have 6 stitches before you get to this corner. So after the 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you do not see 6, make sure you see 6 because it won't work. Here's the other critical point. Once you've turned the corner, I need you to skip the first double crochet that is here. Okay, so skip it. If you don't skip it, what happens is that this blanket will then make a weird turn like this. So skip that first one and go right into the space as your first double crochet on this side. It'll work out. So this round here, you're going to apply 1 double crochet in every stitch and every space, and you're just skip that first one, so just ignore that. And that's the only time you're ever gonna skip a stitch, when you leave a corner. And this will keep it nice and balanced. So you're going to apply 1 double crochet in every stitch and space, and when you get to the corners, it's just what you already know, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. And I need you to go all the way around and get to the final corner right here. And I'll be right back in a moment. So I'm finishing up this color. So whenever I have this color, it's always gonna be a double crochet, nice and easy going. And I finish with my final color in the final corner here. And pull up a large loop. And then we're gonna go back and pick up the next color right down here, and we're going to start. So we've already established the first rotation, and so everything will follow suit. So again, pull up the next color, and we see this was the bean stitch round, so we continued to have this as the bean stitch as we start this round. So the corner is already done, so we have to chain one before we start, and we skip the first one and go and do a bean stitch in the second. It's no different than what we did before. And now that the round is established with the color below, everything should work out. So a bean stitch, chain one, skip one, bean stitch in the next. Skip one, or chain one, skip one, bean stitch in the next. Chain one, skip one. And so when you do this, you'll end up just like you did before, is that you'll end up with the second one before a corner. So chain one, skip the last one before a corner, and your corners are always the same. 2 double crochet, chain two, 2 double crochet. So you'll start a new side just like you did before. So after the corner, chain one, skip one, bean in the next, and so on. Please do this all the way around until you get back over here. I'll be right back. Coming up to the last corner because I cannot go any further. So I chain one after the last bean and I do my corner, what I already know. And then we're going to go back and get the next color, and you can go around as many times as you want to on this one. So pull up a large loop after the last one. Make sure that the yarn is not tangled to the ball. So just untangle your balls if you have to. So just, it's really quite easy. I wouldn't let it go too long though, like as far as like letting the balls get tangled. It's a neat concept, but you got to stay organized. So then pull this up and we'll begin our next round. To begin our next round, just chain up one, and you're going to skip the first one out and double crochet the next, and chain one and go on the tops of the bean stitches then all the way to the next corner. Just make sure you chain one in between each of the double crochets. Nice and easy to see the stitches. That's why this one's fast. Now, if you don't drop your yarn off your hook, then it's even faster, right? Okay, so we're just gonna chain one, and then we go to the second one before the corner, chain one, and then your corner is 2 double crochet, and then chain two and 2 double crochet. Okay, so you're gonna do this all the way around. I'll see you on the final corner. Just do what you already know, and I'll be right back. So I'm coming close to the final corner. So what I'm going to review with you in just a few moments is that, say you are happy with the size of it, you can go as much as you want to. I used the maximum amount I could from the 6 balls of Bernat blanket. The color that is the vintage white that was using these spacing used a lot less because there's a lot less density. So when you're satisfied with the size of it, what you can do is that you want to pull your blanket back so that it will be flat on the one corner. So start with the first one and just keep pulling back until you think you got enough gone, and then you're going to pull this one back until you think you got enough gone. Okay, so I'm just going to leave one there. Actually, I'm going to pull it right out, and then I'm going to pull this out. So I only want to leave in 1 double crochet right here. And I'm going to put my hook into that color, and I'm going to trim that yarn and pull that through, and that'll lock it, and then you're going to use a tapestry needle to hide it. This one here, I would end with the bean stitch. So after the bean was done, just trim your yarn and then just pull through. So don't worry about that extra chain one after a bean stitch. And then here, with this one, I'm in the top of the bean stitch here. This is where I would end. So if you want a border, this is what I would do. So just end this color and pull through. The only place that you cannot see this equal amount of spaces is right here. And because of that, we have to look at the tops of the spaces. So what I want you to do is come back over here with whatever color that you decided to do. Let's just go with the pink because I like it. And I am going to show you doing a corner here. And I'm going to start off, and I want to make my border solid. So come right into a corner and attach and chain 2. That counts as a double crochet. And then put 4 more double crochet right into that corner. So I don't want any open gaps on a corner. And get used to the distance of the stitch work as you're going across. So here, you're going 1 into every stitch and every space. And pay attention to the top of what the stitch looks like as far as the distance, because when you get over here, you're going to want to match that same look. So let me get close to the next corner right here, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm getting close to the other side here, and I'm looking for the last double crochet here. And the top of the last double crochet is going to be in my official corner. We just have to fake it or make it, right? So going into every space and stitch. And the next one is the top of the last one. So right in the top of this last one, you want to put in 5 double crochets into that top of that stitch. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn your blanket, and now when you start, look at the distance of the stitch and see where you're going to put it. So don't go right into open space, just double crochet into some chain work. It'll hold it better. And I'm just looking at the distance of the stitch on how far I'm going to space it from each other. And once you get the first round done, you can relax and you can add more to it. And all I'm trying to do is that I'm just trying to get myself to where the stitches are the same distance from each other on regular stitch work. Okay, so I'm going to come right into here. And if it's buckling, meaning it's pulling in like this, it means that you've gone too quickly. And if it's ruffling and not flat like this, it means that you've got too many stitches in there. So once you get back to the regular stitch work, you just continue with what you already know with just 1 double crochet in each space and double crochet and, and then put 5 double crochets into the corner to come all the way back around. And therefore you would have a border attached to something like this. That's it for today, and we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.